Good morning, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams and welcome to another weekend reading vlog. It's Friday morning at just about 8 o'clock and I have a load of laundry in the wash and I've already stripped my bed. I am like ready to get stuff done this morning. So I got dressed when I had a shower. I got dressed all the way down to my sneakers. My house is not a no shoes in the house. I don't mind wearing the shoes in the house. I mean, I try to take them off when I first come home, but also, I work out here and I have shoes on in the house all the time. Anyways, I have a lot I want to get done this morning, just in general, clean up, taking the trash out, and getting ready to go out for the day later. I have a follow-up doctor's appointment to just talk about my blood pressure and the blood pressure medication that's not working. We're going to take a look at my blood pressure cuff and see if it's accurate. So he's going to take my blood pressure as well with his stuff and see if it's about the same as what I've been taking here at home. Anyways, that's at 10:30. And then I'm going to go straight from there to my local bookstore. Well, it's not super local, but it's about a half hour away, and turn in my February or the winter reading challenge, which is due by today because I've completed it and I want to get my credits for the final gifties and get entered into the grand prize, which they said is very good. I don't even know what it is. I think it's probably a gift card for their store or something else, but I'm fine because I love to shop there. So I'm going to go turn that in and cross my fingers. I can't really cross them, but that's as close as I get to that I will win. I don't know when they're actually doing the drawing, but I'll find out soon enough. So I'm hoping to just get a bunch of stuff done. I'm also hoping to take some things. I'm going to clear off a little bit of my Pango shelves to take there to see if I can get some store credit, because I think I've pretty much used up all of my store credit from there. It's the same store I went to in my last vlog for their Galentine's event. I really love them. Also, Middle Grade March starts tomorrow, and I have a lot to do for the collaboration video that I publish every year on March 1st. It's going to actually be on the Middle Grade March channel, and I've been receiving clips. I have a few more to add that have come in. I'm expecting a few more today, but then I have to do the description and all the links and the thumbnail, all of which takes a little bit of time. And I need to film the intro and the outro, which I still haven't even filmed. So I have quite a bit to do for that Middle Grade March video today as well. But I'm excited. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. Hopefully I get everything done that I want to. I should probably take a minute and make a list because there's a few things I don't want to forget. But as for reading this weekend, obviously March starts tomorrow. And I want to dive into my Middle Grade March reads. Since I'm going to be out and about, I'll probably see what I can find on audio. I don't know what I want to start with. I need to set up sprints for tomorrow night. Oh my gosh. So many things. I am just excited. I have so many middle grade books that I want to read. What I'm going to read today, bits and pieces here and there, is The Magnificent Lies of Marjorie Post. Although if I just wait until tomorrow, my Spotify hours renew and I can come back to this, because I started listening to it on audio, and then when my Spotify hours ran out, I stopped listening to it. So I could just wait till tomorrow for this one. I might. I'm also in the middle, well, not quite the middle yet, but I'm also reading Unraveled, Keeper of the Lost Cities, book 9.5. And I'm reading this with Amy's Bookish Life. We're kind of slowly going through because she was still deep in the throes of the Get a Clue readathon, and I did the mini deck of TBR-a-thon last week, so we put this one on pause. But this would be a good one to kind of carry over since it is middle grade. This can carry over into March and be one of my first reads. I won't finish it tomorrow, so yeah, that's fine. So I can read that this weekend, and then I think I'm going to start a slow but steady and get this set up today. I really think if I'm going to read Middle March, it needs to be read in March, right? Like that just feels right. So I think I might set up kind of a weekly goal, like a little tab for each week, and just read this slowly throughout the month in the midst of my other middle grade reads. I know this wasn't on any TBRs or anything, but I kind of have had the urge to pick this up. But what I might do tonight is look for an adaptation that's streaming somewhere. I don't know if there is one. And watch it first. I love with classics. It's like the only time I like to watch the movie first before reading the book because it just helps me understand what's going on when the language is a little different and takes a little longer to get into. I want to make sure I know what's going on. So I might start this tonight or tomorrow as well. So that's the only things I have kind of planned, but obviously since middle grade March is starting tomorrow, I will be picking up a couple other things as well, or one other thing. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and set my timer and work in little spurts of 15 minutes. I'm going to do some cleaning for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to sit and start working on that middle grade March collab for 15 minutes until about 10 when I need to head out to my doctor's appointment. I will be painting my nails today. Like, there's just a lot of little things on my agenda. And so I should probably get my notebook and make myself a list. That's probably what I'll do first. Right, it's just about time for me to get ready to go to my doctor's appointment. I need to put some new batteries in my blood pressure cuff, but and I need to fold the laundry and switch that over before I leave. But I just got done packaging up 2 more middle grade March bookmarks and a form that I need to mail in and one little Pango order. So I need to stop at the post office on my out and about errands. I also organized some of my stuff in the living room here. I have one bag that's going to go to a bookstore that takes everything I give them. I'm going to go there after I go to the bookstore that I need to turn in my winter reading challenge because they don't take everything. So I'll bring my bag of stuff for that bookstore that I've put together. And if there's anything that they don't take, I can also take it to this other bookstore who takes literally everything. So I have some of my brother's like coding computer kind of books. I have a trilogy. I guess I came from my mom's house of like Jewish customs and Bible times, like, but they're hardcover, like resource reference type books that I don't want to keep on my shelves, and my pastor wasn't interested in having them, so I am taking them there. I have an Oxford English dictionary that's pretty beat up, but I know they'll take it. So I'm just going to bring all of that stuff on my outings today, as well as the post office. And yeah, I feel like I haven't done a lot of cleaning yet, but it took me a minute. I had to find Jordan's social security number, so I had to dig through some stuff to find that. I did get some computer stuff done. I added in any new videos that came in yesterday and this morning to the collab, and I went through emails a little bit and cleared that out. I answered a few comments. I need to work on that later too. I added a few things to my to-do list. It's getting kind of long. It'll be probably a today and tomorrow to-do list, but I feel good about what I've gotten done so far. But now I need to go get ready. I have about 10 minutes before I need to leave. So I need to load these things in the car and just kind of get ready. But no reading has happened yet today. I should find an audio for while I'm driving because it is a bit of a drive. We'll see. Y'all, I have 5 books from this bookstore. And I just came down to the middle grade section, but specifically to look for one book, Dust by Dusty Bowling, and they don't have it. So I'm not getting any middle grade. I'm not even going to really look because I have so many middle grade on my shelves already that I want to read. But I did find some fun ones. The Last Chance Library by Freya Sampson. She's the one who wrote the bus one. I forget the name of it, but I'm pretty sure that's the same author. I also got Scarlet, which is the second book in the King Raven trilogy by Stephen Lawhead, and I have Hook, which is the first one, or Hood. Cheaper by the dozen. I'm not sure I'm going to get this one, but I threw it in the pile. This is a cover by, the Book of Hidden Wonders. I always try to get a cover by when I come here, by Polly Crosby. I need to look up the rating though first. And the same with this one. Good Riddance. Just sounds like so much fun. This girl finds a yearbook that her mom had written all these notes in, but decided she doesn't need to keep it, and she throws it away, but then somebody finds it in the trash and like is a documentary maker and is going to make a documentary about it somehow. So all of her mom's and her family secret stories are going to be out there in the world. Sounds like a fun one. Okay, my decision was easy. These two, one of them has a 3.13 and one has a 3.2 rating on Goodreads. And I know ratings aren't everything, but those are really low. If it's below a 3.5, I don't need to bring it home. So these two are going back on the shelf. And I think I'm not going to get cheaper by the dozen. I was kind of hemming and hawing about it anyway, so I think I'm going to leave that one here. But I am going to get the other two. I didn't even check their ratings because I know I'm going to get them. All right, well, Book Exchange did not take quite as many as I had hoped, but I'm going to head over now to a place called Bargain Books. It's a bookstore that I found randomly one day. I was like picking a road and driving down it, and I found this bookstore, and I've learned that they take stuff and they're the ones that take everything. So I'm pretty confident that they will take everything that I have left, and I'm really excited to get them out of my house. And I ended up only buying 2 books, and I paid, I think, $8. So not that bad, $4 a piece for the Freya Sampson one and the sequel to Hood, which someday I'm going to read that series. It's 12:30, so I'm not going to get home by 1. That's okay. I still need to find a post office as well. Actually, I should look if there's a post office on the way or nearby, because I have to go about 20 minutes in a different direction. So I'll see if I can find a post office and possibly somewhere to grab lunch, but I'm not really doing fast food right now. I could go to a grocery store maybe and pick up a salad, or I'll just wait till I get home. We'll see. Okay. So it turns out at this store, I have $45 something in store credit. What? So I've already found a couple. This is the last one that I need in this Ember in the Ashes trilogy. I'm replacing my hardcover of Fountains of Silence with this really perfect condition paperback. And then I found this Karen Hesse, who wrote the Newbery winner Out of the Dust, which I really liked. This one's set in Vermont during the Civil Rights Movement, I think. I forget when. But it looks really good and it's written in verse. So I'm going to keep looking. This one is not as organized and it's a mishmash. I mean, it's organized by genre and alphabetized somewhat, but there's a lot of old stuff. So it's one of those I kind of glance through and just hope something fun jumps out to me. We'll see. It is now 2 o'clock and I'm hungry. I'm going to go home and get some lunch. But that was such a weird place. I always forget how weird it is in there. It's a weird place to look for stuff. You don't ever know what you're going to find, but then also there's no prices on anything. There's no signs that have prices. You bring it all up to the counter and it's kind of like willy-nilly. But since I had $40 something in store credit, I just brought it all up there and I didn't have to pay a thing today. And I left with a bag full of books. So let me show you quickly what I got. I got this perfect condition paperback of The Last Love Note, which I loved. I'm going to do this as a giveaway for my patrons because it's in perfect condition. So I'm going to give that away. I already showed you Fountains of Silence. I'm just replacing mine. I'll sell my paperback, my hardcover on, I'm like opposite. People sometimes replace paperbacks with hardcovers. I'm replacing my hardcovers with paperbacks. I'll sell it on Pango. I got this book just because of the title, The Girl Who Reads on the Metro by Christine Furay-Fury. I just think it sounds so cute. It takes place in Paris. A life-affirming novel for our times about the transformative power of literature and the bonds people forge through their mutual love of books. I mean, what else are we doing here besides that? I love it. So that just looked too cute to leave on the shelves. I mentioned this Karen Hesse book, Witness. I found this on the middle grade shelves, Skandar the Unicorn Thief. Meg, you'll be so happy I picked this up by A.F. Stedman. I don't know when I'm going to read it. Probably not this year, but thought I'd pick it up. And then I got books 2, 3, and 4 in the Percy Jackson series because I did really like the first one. And I know Meg, I think, is doing a Percy Jackson read along. I think. I gotta double check that. But regardless, I got 2, 3, and 4 because basically they were free. I picked up Sky Beyond the Storm. I am collecting the paperbacks in this edition, but I think they changed the design of the covers before this one came out in paperback in this edition. If I can ever find it in this edition, I'll replace it, but at least the picture matches my paperbacks and it's not going to be drastically different like on the spine and stuff. It'll just be different because it's a hardcover, not a paperback. But this means I now have all 4 and I can binge through this series. I don't know when, but I can when I'm ready. And then this is the sequel to The Henna Artist, The Secret Keeper of Jaipur by Alka Joshi. I've heard good things about Henna Artist, and I just threw it in there because it's the sequel. So maybe I'll read that someday. And that's it. But I didn't have to pay anything for those. So I'm like, regardless. And I think I have $2 still on credit. He was just like, I'm like, how about this stack? These are priorities. He's like, okay, 20 something, 25. I'm like, okay. And then what about this stack? $17.50. I'm like, okay. It's like, whatever. Pretty funny. But yeah, I'm hungry. I'm going home to eat. Although I might go walk first. It's really nice out today. I don't know if you can see, you can't really see the skies. It's blue sky. It's like really nice blue sky, pretty day. So I might go for a walk and then go home and eat, or go home and eat first and then go for a walk. It's hard to decide. I should probably go home and eat first. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause then I could put like comfy pants on for walking. I'm wearing jeans right now. But after I go for a walk, then I'm kind of done for the day and I can kind of chill and veg at home and work on that video. That's what I need to do. All right, I just went on like a 35-minute walk-ish. It was just under 2 miles. Like 1.75 miles, something like that. And I don't know where my headphones are at the moment. I had them on the weekend. I just don't know where I put them. I thought they were in my car. They're not. So I got to find my headphones. And my phone was nearly dead because I had sat scrolling for a while. So I left my phone charging at home and I went for a walk with just the nature, just the birds and the neighborhood sounds, people talking, cars going past, kids playing, airplanes overhead. It was kind of nice to not have anything in my ears and just kind of be present in the moment. Prayed a little bit. I shut my brain off for a little bit. I talked to a couple neighbors. It was nice. So I got a good chunk of a workout done. I still need to do about 20 minutes. I think I'm gonna do yoga tonight. But now it is about 5 o'clock or a little after 5. And I have a long to-do list. The main thing of the evening, obviously, is that middle grade March collab. I really need to work on that. I'm probably just gonna pop in a cauliflower pizza for dinner tonight because starting tomorrow, I am cutting back on sodium. So I don't really know what that means. Well, I do. For me, that means no deli meat or salami that I love to have, less cheese, less things from cans and prepackaged stuff. So I'm eating a prepackaged pizza for dinner, and I'll put the other pieces that I don't eat into the freezer because I'm going to try for about 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. I want to see if that impacts my blood pressure. I had a good doctor's appointment. Things are going in the right direction. We had a couple conversations. He's very pleased with my progress as far as like working out every day and losing weight. Just with my family history of heart problems, I need to take it all very seriously. So I am, and I'm getting back to it. He was very encouraging. It was good. Had a good time at the bookstores this afternoon. Got a few things. I showed you everything I got. Now it's time to finish up the laundry, finish my sheets, and then I think I'm not going to do much more actual cleaning tonight. I'm going to just switch gears and start working on computer stuff. That's the plan. If I feel like I get to a good place, maybe I'll find a show, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to go fold my 3rd load of laundry, switch my 4th load into the dryer, put away loads 1 and 2, and put clean sheets on my bed. I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes. Let's see if I can get all those things done in 15 minutes. Laundry and sheets. Here we go. All right, here's where things stand right now. I just painted my nails and I've mailed the form that I needed to. I set up sprints for tomorrow night. I finished my laundry except for the last load that's in the dryer. I changed my sheets. There's my bed with fresh pillows. I took the Pango book to the bookstore. I walked, and that's it. Lots to do still. I'm going to change. I did notice that I put Saturday. It's only Friday, but it should be Friday and Saturday because this will be my list for the rest of the weekend as well. Hopefully I can get it all done. Let's go. Oh my word. It's 11:25 and I just finished the video. It's all uploaded, scheduled to go tomorrow morning. I've been sitting in this chair for hours. I got up once to make an apple with almond butter snack. That was like at 9 o'clock. It's now 11:30. 11:25, and I still have a 20-minute video, a 20-minute workout to do to get all my minutes. I'm not going to get my 10 pages of nonfiction today, and I'm okay with that. I did log my food, but that video is done. It just takes a really long time to do the description and the thumbnail. And I made the mistake of accidentally uploading it to my personal channel first. And I had the description all done, links, everything done. And then I realized I'd uploaded it to the wrong channel. And I had to upload it to the Middle Grade March channel. And over there, it's not monetized. Or we're not at a point. Somehow it doesn't let me automatically link people just by doing the @ symbol and then typing their channel name. It wasn't doing that as links. So I had to go to each person's channel, get the link to their channel, and put it in there. Hopefully all the links will now work. I won't know until tomorrow morning. But I just found a 20-minute bedtime yoga practice with Yoga with Adrienne, and that's what I'm going to do because I love her. It will be a good stretchy stretch. I'm feeling a little sore, and I've been sitting in this chair for too long, so that'll be a nice thing to do before going to get into my nice clean sheets. But I'm pleased that I got 4 loads of laundry done today, holy moly. And I went for a walk, and I went to 2 little bookstores, got rid of some stuff out of my house, painted my nails, read my Bible. I didn't read anything else. Oh, I can count that for 10 pages of nonfiction. I read my Bible for like an hour today while I was doing stuff. So, yay for that. All right. That's it for Friday. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I just got done doing a 45-minute workout for the day because I don't want to have happen what happened yesterday where I was 11:30 doing yoga at the end of the day. But I got my minutes in yesterday and it actually was very relaxing. I went straight to bed afterwards. But I just wanted to get it done sooner today. So I did 45 minutes and I'm hoping I can pick up 15 minutes here and there throughout the day. I probably will because I'm headed to the library at 11. We have our biannual book drive today at the library where I'm a Friends of the Library. I'm a part of multiple library systems here because there's counties and the city and all that. So I'm a Friends of the Library at the Richmond City library system. And I help out with their book sale, which you know if you've been watching vlogs for any length of time. I always go and do that when they have a book sale. So today is the book drive. It's a little different. They're not selling the books, but they're just having people drive up and drop off books. And I've helped out with it one other time. So today I'm going from 11 to 2. My shift is 11, I think 11:30 maybe, whatever, 11-ish till 2. To help out with the book drive. And then I have sprints for Middle Grade March today because we're kicking off Middle Grade March. Yay! I'm so excited. I've already read my 10 pages of nonfiction. I forgot. I will show you that later. It's Myth Makers, which is the biography by John Hendricks of the friendship between C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien, both whom I really enjoy. So I am enjoying learning a little bit more of their biography and a little bit more about them. They haven't met yet. I'm still at the beginning. I think I read like 50 to 60 today, page 50 to page 60 this morning, because again, I didn't want to go without reading my nonfiction. I mean, I read my Bible all the time, but I don't normally want that to count for my nonfiction pages. I did yesterday because I just didn't get to my reading, but there's really no excuse for that. And also I'm supposed to post on Patreon every Friday, a Friday 5, and I missed yesterday, which is my first miss of the year. Not too bad, except that it was only February. Yikes. So today I'm going to do Saturday 6 for them, which they already know. You already know if you're a patron, you've already seen Saturday 6. If I miss a Friday, I'm going to have to make up for it by adding something to it. So I don't know what the topic's going to be. Actually, I have a couple ideas. It's 9:40. I let myself sleep in, but I also did a little bit. I made a workout and read some pages and answered some comments because the middle grade March video is up and it's so good and it's already receiving comments. Hopefully you've seen it. If you hop over to the middle grade March channel, you'll find it there. I think it came together really well. Everybody's new that's never been in a collab before for middle grade March. So I'm excited to share a bunch of new booktubers. There's just so many out there that it's fun to highlight some new people instead of getting the same voices that we've had from year to year. I'm gonna get up and get ready for the day, do a little bit of cleaning, but mostly just get ready before having to head over to the library. And I don't know what my first book of the month is going to be. I probably should read some more in Keeper of Lost Cities, and we'll see what else I get up to as far as reading goes. I definitely want to do a little bit more reading today because I did 0 yesterday, other than the Bible, which is fine. All right, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. So this is where everybody dropped off their stuff, and then there was a team up here putting them on the cart. That's where the dumpster is. And then they'd bring them into here and we would unload the boxes. We would unload the boxes and just basically stuff these shelves, which are all a mishmash right now. And then the organized shelves are in the back. And we would try to put them at least somewhat with the right categories. Yep. And then the fiction, these are all nonfiction on this side. So basically I've been walking for 3 hours. And then all the fiction, there's like classics and poetry and plays back there, and then hardcover and paperback. And there's Chris, she's the queen of the book sale. So we just have been organizing, unloading, walking, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's been fun. Hey friends, I am done now. It's 2:30, helping out at the library book sale. It was busy, busy, busy. I was on my feet from 11:30, like from the second I got there until just now. Helped break down boxes, helped shelve books. It was so much fun, honestly. I enjoyed myself. Didn't really talk to too many other people except this one lady, Chris, who you saw in that clip. She is the one who's like knows where everything is and where everything goes, and she's just one of the friends of the library. I think she's on the board or like has I don't know, they have like government, like president, secretary, treasurer. I think she's something for the Friends of the Library. But I scored big time because one of the perks of organizing and shelving books that are coming in is that I get first dibs, right? First dibs. Y'all, let me show you some of the things I got. I should probably show you all of them. Clanlands, Sam Hewen's on the cover. Look at that, Hottie McHotterson. Remarkably Bright Creatures. I don't know if I'm gonna read it. Everyone loves it, but will I? I don't know. Let's see. I got some middle grade. Oh, I got this book by Nellie Bly, Around the World in 72 Days and Other Writings. I really loved the story that I read about Nellie Bly last year. I forget what it was called, but this is like by Nellie Bly, who was one of the first women, I think they call her like a stunt journalist. She's the one that went to Blackwell's Island, an insane asylum, to like write an undercover piece about it. Oh my goodness. So interesting. So I'm excited to read from her. I got these 2 Emily Ley books, A Simplified Life, Tactical Tools for Intentional Living, but also I grabbed, what is it called? Grace Not Perfection, Embracing Simplicity and Celebrating Joy. That's my word of the year, joy. So I just thought those books are gorgeous. So I just threw them in my pile. Y'all, Grey Wolf is the newest Louise Penny book that just came out in the fall. What? That was a score. Ministry of Time is one that intrigues me. It's like time travel a little bit. Excited for that. I got the 3rd book in the Front Desk series by Kelly Yang. I got some, let's see. I have a bind up of The Dark is Rising, but I like these middle grade better. So if I could find them all in this edition, that would be cool. I just read this book, The Little Old Lady Who Broke All the Rules, but I want it on my shelves because I really liked it. I read it in November or December. Such a fun read. And then the last one is Babel. Am I ever going to read this? I don't know. I've heard such mixed things about it, but I just threw it in and I gave them 20 bucks for all these books. I say I scored big time. 20 bucks is not what I would have paid if I went to the actual sale. But last time I helped out, the lady who was there at the end was like the president of the Friends, and she's like, just take whatever you want. You guys have spent hours here helping. Just take it. So I feel like a happy medium is giving 20 bucks for all of these books. Oh my goodness. Now I have to put them all back in the bag to go home because I'm really hungry and I really want to wash my hands again. I did in the bathroom in the library, but I'm like, I've been touching all these books and paper and shelves and dusty and who knows what germs from whose houses. So I'm really going to go home and wash my hands and eat some lunch, late lunch again today. What is up with that? And then I'm done. I've for sure got all my exercise minutes and all of my moving minutes. I did all the things because I have been exercising, pushing carts and lifting boxes. It was a lot of fun. And I got a whole slew of fantastic books. Oh my word. I am getting ready to make some chicken and rice soup. So I have a little bit of rice in here, all my veg, some chicken broth, Italian seasoning. This is my veggie chopper that I'm going to be using to chop up my veggies. It is so handy. You'll get to see that. And then I've got my chicken that I've thawed out over there. And it's not going in the crock pot. I'm actually going to do it on the stove because I want to eat it tonight. I don't want to wait hours and hours. I was also going to make sweet potato kale sausage soup, but I don't have enough sweet potatoes. I thought I had more. I only have 2. I probably need 2 more or so. So I'll have to stop at the store and get those tomorrow. But let's make some soup. I was sent this vegetable chopper to review and share with all of you, and I absolutely loved it. It made cutting my vegetables for this soup so super easy. I didn't have to press hard on it or anything. It just was so easy, and it has so many options of what you can use it for. And I love that all the veg stays right in the little bucket, and everything, all the extra pieces to it can be stored right inside of it as well. I have a link and a discount code down below for you to check it out if you're interested in saving some time in the kitchen. Oh my word, I just filmed a whole chunk and I wasn't filming. I was sent this vegetable chopper, just like full honesty there. So I will go ahead and put the link to it down below. This made, honestly, cutting all of this veg for my soup such a breeze. It was so easy, and it comes with all kinds of different attachments. There's a larger shredder and a smaller one, a peeler. This is for like potatoes or larger cubed veggies. Here's a julienne kind of a slicer and a regular slicer. And then I used the small square chopper, and it has the little knobs down there to help, and this is the space to do some of the other things, but it all just sits right on top of here, and all the whatever you're cutting just goes right in. Now that's all ready for me to add to my soup. Yay! I love it. The link will be down below. Thank you so much for sending me this fun treat for my kitchen. Can you hear the sizzle? I have you balancing very precariously on the back of my stove, but I have been sauteing the veg, onion, celery, and carrot for 5 minutes. And now I'm going to add my garlic. It says to add 3 cloves, but I'm putting 4 because I like garlic. And that just has to be for like a couple seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. Get that in there. Once the garlic is in, I can just basically add everything else. So that's 2. I love this Pampered Chef garlic press. It makes things so easy, and it comes with this little tool that helps when you're cleaning it and helps getting all the extra stuff out. That's 3. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh, I love the smell of garlic. The skin's out. You don't have to peel it ahead of time. You just put it all in there, and it gets it out for you. And 4. This one's a little one, so. Okay, let that in there for just a minute or so to get fragrant. I have to use this little holder. Oh yeah, that smells so good. So I'm trying to have less salt in my life for the next couple of days. So I'm not getting any more deli meat, and I'm cutting back on processed foods and stuff. So I'm going to be cooking a little bit more than I normally do, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken. It says to use 6 chicken thighs. I only have chicken breasts, but I cut them up little, so it looks about like the size of 6 chicken thighs, and I just thawed them from the freezer. I'm just putting them right in there, juice and all. Has it been a minute? I'm gonna give it another stir. Oh yeah, I think we're good. And then I add 2, so I'm just putting those in there. Chicken already has been cut a little bit because it's just gonna cook down and then it's gonna get shredded. You add the chicken, those are going in the trash. 1 cup of rice, which I've already measured out. And then 8 cups of chicken broth. So it's basically 2 boxes. Oh yeah. This is gonna be delicious. I haven't made soup. I haven't made chicken soup in a long time. Is this gonna fit in there? I think so. And this one is reduced sodium. And this one is unsalted chicken broth. So there's basically no sodium in this one either, other than what it needs for preserving. There we have it. It does fit. And then I just let that cook. I think I'm gonna give it a little tiny stir. Spread that chicken out. And the rice is gonna absorb that chicken broth as well as the veg. And the chicken will cook down, and then I'll shred it when it's time to eat it. But that cooks. I need to look at the recipe, and it's on my phone. So I'm gonna stop filming for a second and check the recipe, and then I'll come back on one more time. Okay, I did forget that it needed half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, so I threw that in there. Now I'm just I increased the heat to high. I'm gonna bring this to a boil, give it a little stir to make sure the rice is not sticking on the bottom, and then simmer, like lower it down for 15 to 20 minutes. Check the temperature of my chicken, and then we're ready to go. I'm so excited. It smells already so delicious. I mean, garlic and onion will do that. It just makes everything smell so good. All right, well, I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. And in the meantime, I'm gonna wash up a few dishes, finish cleaning up the kitchen. I had done 15 minutes in here earlier and straightened up a bit, but I'm going to be listening to the Marjorie Post book. It's March 1st, so my Spotify hours have renewed and I'm ready to go. So I'm listening to that book. I need to finish it and book my tickets to go see the house next Friday. Woo-hoo. So I'm gonna clean up the kitchen while this is cooking, and I'll hop back on a little bit later, maybe in the middle of sprints, maybe after sprints. I don't know, we'll see. Here's my soup, chicken and rice. It looks so good and it smells so good, but I haven't eaten it yet because it's really hot. And it's gonna it made a ton. So I'm gonna have chicken and rice soup all week long, which I'm excited for. And it says that as it sits, the rice absorbs even more of the broth. So you might have to add more broth, but I'm like, sweet, even more. I don't think I'll freeze it because I don't think that rice freezes and then thaws very well. So I'm not going to freeze it. I'm just going to eat it basically every meal until it's gone. Hopefully it's good.
She was doing that at first, right? This is really
funny. Hi. Look at those lovely girls. Yay for middle grade March. Hello. Happy Sunday. It's 4:00. I had a great morning. Got up and did yoga right away, and then watched a couple episodes of Love is Blind, got caught up, and went to church. Stayed after church for our Connect gathering, which is like anybody that's been new in the last month. And I get to help out with that every month, so I enjoy that. Came home about 2-ish. Oh, I stopped at the grocery store. You want a play-by-play? Here we go. Forgot to film any of this. And I went over to my landlord's house to pay my rent because it's the 2nd and I forgot to do it yesterday. So I went over, and it's always a nice visit with them when I do that. And then I just came home and made lunch. Well, a couple hours ago. made lunch, and I've been sitting in this chair listening to The Magnificent Lives of Marjorie Post. And she's currently on her third marriage. It's very interesting. I'm really enjoying this story very much. So it starts out with her young, very young, and we kind of follow her all the way through her life. And she's just now getting to DC with her third marriage. And actually, she's in Russia. When Stalin first came to power, her husband was assigned an ambassadorship to be the ambassador to Russia. So they're now living in Moscow. And it's just been very interesting to follow this incredibly wealthy young lady, because her dad invented grape nuts, basically, like started the Post brand. Now they're they're not General Mills yet. General Foods, I think, was the first name. I think eventually we'll learn how it becomes General Mills, because that's what Post is, General Mills, right? Or do they split? I don't know. Anyways, it's General Foods right now. And she's incredibly wealthy. Likes to try to do good things with her money, but she also likes fancy things and redecorating her homes and wearing diamonds and all of that. I'm just enjoying it, learning her life. It'll be really interesting to read the author's note when I'm done with it. Hopefully there is one on the audio. We'll see. But I've just been sitting for a couple hours while I ate lunch, and then just have been sitting here. So I'm going to get up now and cross off a few more things from my list for the weekend, like water plants and vacuum, spend 15 minutes cleaning the bathroom, film a book haul, and my February wrap up. So those are the 5 things I would like to get done. I have book club at 6 for my patrons. So I should be able to get all 5 of those things done for sure, as well as some reading of a middle grade. During sprints last night, I finished Soul Lanterns by Shah Kuzki, and this was a beautiful, short little story about this girl, actually a couple kids, who are in an art club in Japan, Hiroshima, I believe, and they are creating an art display. I forget what the word, not just a display, an event where everybody participates if they want to, creating art around a specific theme. And this girl, Nozomi and her friend come up with this idea of Hiroshima then and now. So kind of hearing stories from people in their lives who experienced the bomb during World War II and the after effects, and then creating a piece of art around those stories. So we heard 4 or 5 different stories of people connected to these kids, and then the art that the kids were going to make because of it. And it all stemmed from a teacher that they had, their art teacher, who ended up getting tuberculosis and had to go out to the country for a little bit. But learning his story is what sparked this whole idea. And it just was really cool to see these kids grow in compassion and understanding of the horribleness. I mean, they've always, every year there's a memorial lantern ceremony of people who have lost someone, light a lantern and it kind of floats in the river. You can kind of see them over here. I don't know. It was moving and emotional. I didn't cry, but it was very moving and a beautiful, beautiful short little story. So this was my first middle grade for middle grade March. I would like to pick up another one for the day. I don't know that I'll finish one today, but I would like to pick up another one. I just don't know what that's going to be. I might find something on audio while I do a few errands, and not errands, but household things that I want to get done. But I also want to film a book haul in my wrap up, get those done so that I can edit them throughout the week at like during work, nap time at work and stuff. And while my hair looks halfway decent, get all that done before 6. Because then after my book club, I can just again, sit and read and relax for the evening. Probably find some sprints, maybe. But I'd like to spend the next little bit of time getting more things off of that list. Here we go. I totally forgot. I was going to have my Patreon book club wave for the video, for the vlog this weekend, but I just ended it and forgot to do that. But we just had our book club meeting for the Love Elixir of Augusta Stern. We had a really good crew turnout tonight and good discussion and good just hearing what people thought of the book. Most people really liked it, which is always nice. One who said she was an outlier, but it was still 3.75. So I'm like, that's still pretty good rating. So yeah, everyone pretty much liked it for the most part. And just always is such a good time getting to hang out with them. I love my crew over on Patreon. If you're not there, you're missing out. Just saying. Just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding, but no pressure. So now it is, what time is it? 7:15, and I've not had dinner because I didn't eat lunch until 2. So I'm going to go warm up some of my chicken and rice soup from last night and have that for dinner and finish putting away. I did film my book haul. My word, there's so many books. I've started putting them away. I've added them all to Goodreads, so I need to put some more of those away. And I've been listening to, while I was cleaning and stuff earlier, I did get vacuum done. I did water the plants. But I've been listening to the Beatrice Prophecy, and I'm probably a third of the way into it, maybe half. It's really good. I'm really liking it. Katie Camillo, though, she's the bomb. She's so good. She could tell a good story. And I should have looked through here because there are some illustrations and stuff. So that would be kind of fun. I might do that while I listen and make dinner. And this was gifted to me by Elaine. So thank you, Elaine, for this book a year or so ago. I don't think there's a date on here. Oh yeah, February 2024, last year. Look at me. A whole year later. But it's really good. I'm enjoying it very much. I'll tell you more about the story later, but I'm going to keep listening to that and go have some dinner. I just love my patrons. And that was a really good book club tonight. Makes me happy. My heart is full. It is now at 9 p.m. and I'm kind of planning on going to bed a little bit early. I just feel really tired and I was up super late. Was it Friday night or Saturday? Yesterday? Friday night. I was up really, really late and I just feel tired. So I'm going to go over everything that I read this weekend. Then I'm going to go package up any new bookmark orders for middle grade March that came in to get those in the mail tomorrow. And then I'm going to go to bed, hopefully before 10. It's only 9 o'clock, so that's very doable. I have finished 2 middle grade books already. Both of them are on the short side. I've already told you about Soul Lanterns by Shaw Kuzki. This was a really lovely story. I'm so glad that I read it. Finally, I feel like it's been on my shelves for a couple of years since I've heard Cozy Reader Kelly talking about it. And then I today read The Beatrice Prophecy by Katie Camillo. Loved this story. I just think Katie Camillo is such a good storyteller. So in this story, we follow Beatrice, who at the very beginning of the story shows up at this monastery holding on to the ear of this goat that the monks do not like because this goat keeps headbutting everybody and he's kind of a mean goat, but for some reason really connects with Beatrice. And she doesn't really remember at the beginning who she is, where she comes from. All she remembers is her name. So there's one kind monk who has a bit of a lazy eye. His eye keeps, they call it his wild eye because it keeps like rolling up into his head. This monk kind of takes her under his wing, realizes that the king's men are searching for her. So he shaves her head, puts her in monk's clothing so she can kind of hide, especially once he learns that she can read and write, which is unheard of. Only the monks should have that ability. Regular people didn't have that ability to read and write. And so the story goes from there of Beatrice hiding from the king's men and slowly getting back her memories and figuring out what has happened. It has definitely got fairy tale vibes to it. It's just really sweet. There's a boy that shows up and befriends them, and just a little bit of a found family aspect to the story and good winning over evil in the end. I just really enjoyed this very much. So glad that I read another Katie Camillo. I have to still read 10 pages of this tonight too. I forgot. And I don't have the jacket cover to show you what this is, but it's Myth Makers. The Myth Makers by John Hendricks. It's, again, very cool because it's partly prose and partly graphic. Of course, not finding much that's graphic novel, but there are pages that are graphic novel in there. There we go. And it's just the story of the friendship between C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm still not at the part where they've met yet, but I've got 10 more pages to go today, so we'll see if I get there. And then earlier today, I read a good chunk of Marjorie Post. I'm like near the end now. I only have this little bit left. Again, really enjoying this story about the Post family and Marjorie Post, who is incredibly wealthy, American heiress, basically, but who came from little to nothing. And her dad created Post Company, which became General Foods, which is where I'm at right now. And all of her relationships, marriages, children, all of that were basically walking through her whole life. And I'm really enjoying this. We'll definitely finish it within the next couple of days for sure. And that's all that I read this weekend. Middle grade March has started, so I'm ready to dive into more. Oh yeah, I think I might have on Friday read a couple chapters of Keeper of the Lost Cities as well. That's right here. So I kind of keep my current reads in a stack there. But there they go. That's where they live. Yeah, it was a good weekend. I did not get everything done on my list, but I made really good progress, and I'm pleased about how things went this weekend and how much reading I got, and I got to go out and do a few things, helped out at the library. It was a nice all-around balanced weekend, and now I'm ready for bed. So I'm going to go to bed a little early. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me during this video. I would love to chat with you down in the comments about anything that you saw or anything that I got up to this weekend or any of the books that I talked about. I love chatting with you in the comments. And if you don't have anything to say, but you want to let me know that you're here and that you watched all the way to the end, go ahead and put a little stack of books emoji. I know I've done that one before, but I had a lot of book action this weekend. Brought books home from the library, brought books home from the bookstore on Friday. Like, I just had a lot of books enter my home this weekend. So put a little stack of books emoji if you can, if you would like to, in the comments. And that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really, truly appreciate you for being here. And I love getting to know you more and more through these videos and through the comments section. And yeah, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. And I look forward to chatting with you in another video very soon. Bye.